So how did curiosity lead you and the team and your partners with Six Flags Entertainment to like create that experience, which is the coolest damn experience I've ever got to be a part of in my life?
Yeah, that was, again, get to shout out some of my favorite people here. Kelly Doherty with
Hmm.
Six Flags Corporate. Um, she's the one that said like, "Hey, like we want to do this Conjuring experience, but we want it to be more than a typical haunted house."
Hmm.
And then she said, "Go. Like, here's the budget. Figure it out." And then we worked with uh with her, and we worked with Warner Brothers,
Hmm.
who were great partners in that as well, and really gave us a lot of trust and a lot of room to be creative.
Yeah.
And God, I mean, you were there for the first, Carowinds was kind of the test one. You were there.
Yeah.
We were like, we put this thing together, and again, we're like, are people gonna like this? Are people
Hmm.
gonna respond? And it's just not a proven thing at all. It's all new. It's all coming from curiosity. How do we
Yeah.
do this differently? How do we immerse people? How do we get them to stop thinking they're at Carowinds and that
Yeah.
they're in this being chased by this possessed demon doll
Hmm.
thing? So it was all these things. And then, it was awesome to be there when it opened, and yeah, this worked.
Yeah. I love too, John, that like you allowed my curiosity from like an operational standpoint, like a strategy standpoint to work with you and your team to say, hey, what if this thing isn't making sense? How do we make it make sense? Because it makes sense in your creative design world, but doesn't make sense in the way that it needs to operate for, 10 hours. Doesn't make sense with actors yelling over the sound of like all of those pieces too, I think are to your point earlier, not so much like walls that we hit, but we had the opportunity to be creative and curious together about like, what if we tried some different things? What if we removed the props that we thought we were going to use that we spent the money on that are
Yeah,
no longer the
right.
right answer for us, right?
So and these are learnings from earlier projects too. But when we got there, it's like what we wrote, we have this all on paper of how we think it's gonna go. And if we would have said no, we're sticking to what's on this paper,
Hmm.
it wouldn't have worked. But instead we said this is where we're gonna start, and then we're gonna pull in all these brilliant minds like Ryan and Carowinds from the operations side, or Kyle and our tech designers, and we're
Hmm.
all gonna sit here and we're gonna work on it together. We're gonna test it, and we're gonna make the adjustments and give everybody the room to have a
Yeah.
voice, make the decisions, and really dial this thing in together. And what we resulted with was a super fun, terrifying, brass ring nominated
Yeah.
experience. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and you said something right. I love the table that you create, John. Like the production table you create, the Thanksgiving table you create. Like
Yeah.
it is always you are always giving at those tables, which is why I love working with you so much too, is because you always come from a place of like, let's one up each other, let's yes and each other. We all collectively know what the goal is. How can we get there in the best possible way? Like that with also
I
too.
mean, I've I think as a younger designer, I probably had a lot of ego hangups, I think, as most do. But I've gotten to the point where I'm going to surround myself with people better and smarter than me,